The conflict in Ukraine, often referred to as the Ukraine War, primarily involves the ongoing conflict between the Ukrainian government and Russian-backed separatists in the eastern regions of Donetsk and Luhansk. The Russian conflict emerged in 2014 and has since resulted in significant political, social, and humanitarian consequences. Here's a general overview of the events leading up to and during the conflict. Background: Euromaidan and Crimea. In late 2013 and early 2014, Ukrainians protested against then-President Viktor Yanukovych's decision to back out of an agreement with the European Union in favor of closer ties with Russia. These protests, known as the Euromaidan movement, led to Yanukovych's ousting in February 2014. Following his removal, Russia annexed Crimea, a region in southeastern Ukraine with a significant ethnic Russian population, in March 2014. The annexation was widely condemned by the international community. Donbass unrest. In April 2014, pro-Russian separatist movements began to emerge in the eastern regions of Donetsk and Luhansk, collectively referred to as Donbass. These movements aim to break away from Ukraine and establish independent or Russian-backed territories. Conflict escalation. Russian involvement. The Ukrainian government accused Russia of providing military support to the separatist groups, including weapons, equipment, and even soldiers. Russia consistently denied direct involvement in the conflict, although there was ample evidence to the contrary. Formation of separatist entities. In response to the Ukrainian government's attempts to suppress the separatist movements, self-declared People's Republics of Donetsk and Luhansk were established by separatist leaders. These entities were not internationally recognized. Violence and humanitarian crisis. The conflict escalated into a violent and brutal war, characterized by intense fighting, shelling, and casualties on both sides. The civilian population in Donbass bore the brunt of the violence, leading to a severe humanitarian crisis with displacement, infrastructure damage, and loss of life. International response. Sanctions and diplomacy. Western countries, including the United States and the European Union, imposed economic sanctions on Russia for its involvement in the conflict. Diplomatic efforts, including the Minsk agreements, were attempted to negotiate a ceasefire and a peaceful resolution. However, these agreements faced challenges in implementation, and fighting continued sporadically. Ongoing conflict and challenges. The conflict in Ukraine remains unresolved, with periodic flare-ups of violence and ongoing diplomatic efforts. The situation is complex, with issues related to national identity, historical ties, and geopolitical interests at play. The conflict has strained relations between Russia and Western countries, with the situation evolving against a backdrop of broader tensions in international politics. Thanks for watching.